Thank you for joining the Author Spotlight Show. My name is Gail Watson, founder and CEO of Women Speakers Association and WSA Publishing, a place that is dedicated to sharing the gifted messages of women in over 120 countries. Today, we shine the spotlight on an inspiring woman who is transforming the lives of those around her through her loving dedication and compassion. I have the proud honor of introducing to you today my friend and co author, international best selling author, co author of Voices of the 21st Century, Conscious Caring Women Who Make a Difference. Please welcome Norva Samuel. Welcome, Norva.
Thank you, Gail. Thank you. Glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Super having you, and so happy that you are part of this great book, sharing messages of, from women from around the world, inspiring people, and you share a really important message, one that we can all relate to, and one is where we can sometimes be really grounded in fear, and that fear holds us back. So why don't we take some time right now, and I'd love for you to share what inspired you to share your story.
Yes, thank you, Gail. And I know fear is a common thing that we all face. And I know it's something that has crippled me for many, many, many years. And one of the things that inspired me to be part of the Voices book is even having a conversation with you, Gail. One of my fears, as a matter of fact, was wanting to write a book, but um, allowing the thoughts in my head to not allow me to proceed until I decided and had a conversation with you, and just taking that small step of starting with one chapter and moving forward. And so here I am, and in the chapter as a best-selling author. So thank you.
That's great. And we have to recognize, you bring up a great point when it comes to fear. It takes a lot of courage for someone to share their story and to be vulnerable and open, and you did just that. So Norva, when you when your story, when you imagine someone reading it, what is it that you want them to take away from the points that you share?
Yes, absolutely. One of the things that I want the reader to take away is that your fear does not have to overcome you. You can overcome the fear. And my chapter talks a lot about faith. One of the reasons I speak about fear to faith is that I am a person of faith, and the chapter is not just about people of faith and my faith is more in the biblical and the Christian faith, but this can apply to anyone because we all face fear. But what I would want you to take away is that you can rise above your fear and live the life that you desire to live.
Okay. And because you've built a whole coaching practice. You're a coach. I'd love for you to share more about what it is that you do and how, really you're overcoming a fear, how that's transformed within your business.
Yes, absolutely. And I just as a coach, yes, my company, I'm the owner of Life Catalyst Business Solutions, and I help equip women and empower women to move forward professionally and personally, developing their life through coaching, masterminds, different group coaching, as well as behavioral assessments. So that just means um, anyone who coaches with me can also start to understand how they're wired, because that's one of the areas that also helps you get past those places of being stuck or fear. Just understanding yourself, getting to understand yourself. And then there's the faith element as well. I do have a women's group that I lead, a faith women's group that we talk a lot about these things and overcoming fear, because it's a timeless thing. Fear has existed from the beginning of time. And as a matter of fact, the Bible talks about fear not about 365 times. So it's not something that is not addressed. It's something that's addressed, and I just bring that forward in my work as a coach and help people move forward.
What are you finding? You talk about I didn't realize the Bible mentions it 365 times.
Yes, yes.
And what are you finding in terms of as you're out there interacting with people and coaching with them? I mean, we're in a world that's really changing. And there's a lot of fear because there's a lot of fear of the unknown. How is that showing up for people that you're what you're finding?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially in these times where we are today. We in the last couple of years we faced the pandemic. Now we're seeing, wars rising up in the Ukraine. There was so many different, even in the past couple of years, there was also racial tension. There's so many tensions. And what I'm finding is two things are happening. Either people are being drawn to their faith more, or they're allowing the fear to overcome and cripple them, and almost to a point where they become paralyzed, so where I'm rising up and wanting to help people is for them to understand that yes, these things are happening, but there's a way that you can move past it, or there's a way for you not to allow these things to stop you from your purpose. Because the fact that you're here today, if the fact that you're listening to this means that you're still here for a purpose in the midst of all that's going on. And one of the things I want to encourage too is that in the darkest times, that's when the light shines greatest, and that's where you can be a light in this time. So think about how can you be a light in the time of darkness rather than succumbing to the darkness.
All right. Well, just those words that you said there, I know there's lots of people going, yeah. um, so, if you're listening right now, and I love what you just said there, Norva, if you're listening, this is what you need, right? To find your purpose and not let it stop you, not let fear stop you from moving forward in your purpose. So, this is a very important book to be, if you're listening to Norva and connecting with her, you can hear her heart and her true desire and passion to serve. Um, please get a copy of her book. But not only that, think about who else that you know, just that you may see around you that are paralyzed in their fear or being held back not in their purpose, because this should be a really excellent gift, just really to share with a person that's close to you, that you see them, that they matter. So, Norva, where can we get a copy of your book?
Absolutely. So you can either email me by going to coachnorva@gmail.com, or you can go to my website, www.norvasamuel.com.
Well, that's easy. NorvaSamuel.com. You can get connected with Norva, bring her into your organizations. She's a phenomenal speaker, because there's a lot of people inside business that same thing. Just
Mhm.
we're getting stuck a little bit. So, thank you so much, Norva. You've got the biggest heart ever,
Thank you.
and I want to really thank you for being so open, so vulnerable, and having the courage to really share your story. It's amazing, and it will serve so many people. So, thank you so much for being a very special part of Voices of the 21st Century, conscious, caring women who make a difference. You've said so many great things, some really good one-liners there, Norma. But what about in your darkest time, your light shines the brightest? I love that. That's amazing. So let's conclude our time today with some words of wisdom from you.
Thank you. One of the things I want to share is to let you know that you are a person of value. You have value. You matter to God. You matter to me. I want to share with you that you are not alone. So if you're facing any fear, if there's any anxiety or worry in your life, know that you're not alone, and you don't have to face it alone. Reach out to people around you. And if you don't know who to reach out to, I'm here. Um, I, as I mentioned, you can reach out to me by email or by my website, and I'd be more than happy to help you through those places that you feel stuck.
Wonderful. You're never alone.
Yeah.
Those are the greatest words ever. And thank you
Mhm.
for extending your love and your heart to others who feel that they are alone, that they can just simply email you. How simple is that, right? So
Thank you,
thanks
Gail.
again, Norva. Thank you for all that you do. Thanks for opening yourself up and sharing yourself with us in this world. We need more Norvas for sure.
Thank you, Gail.
Uh, Thank you. And to our listeners, I want to thank you for sharing your time with us today. Get connected with Norva Samuel. We look forward to connecting with you again soon on our next Author Spotlight show.